What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over the MyTEAM GOAT Festival cards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. So the Adam Morrison, Scalabrinis, Nick Youngs, the Shawn Bradleys of the world. If you want a video of me talking about Giannis, Bron, how good they are in the whole fireworks set, that is already up on the channel. Now, as we do dive into this thing, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. As always, I appreciate all the support on the channel. So Brandon Roy, AK-47, Michael Beasley, we've already seen those cards. I do expect those cards to expire. I don't expect those cards to stay in the game, but we'll have to see. Again, I don't know what 2K's plan ultimately is with them. Now, as far as week 2 or the next GOAT Festival step, okay, we got Hallebert, Shawn Bradley, Nick Young, Brian Scalabrine, and Adam Morrison. Now, at the time of recording this, I don't know how expensive all these cards are going to be, but let's take a look at how good they are. I'm going to try to go from worst to best. So Hallebert, I'm figuring he's going to be the worst. He is 6'5", perfect stats, perfect badges. Cam Thomas, Sexton up run, very quick, Pro 2 leaner. Garland with Francis with the Steph escape and D-Fox moving crossover. So here's the thing. Sig-wise and release-wise, you can't get much better than Tyrese Haliburton. You can't. With what this card provides for you guys on the floor, you can't get much better than it. However, he is only going to be 6'5". So it's kind of the same thing like with the Brandon Roy situation. It's like, I didn't hate Brandon Roy, but there's a limit to how good he can be with the fact that he is only 6'6". And so I don't even hate Haliburton at all. I think the card is really solid. I think he gives you a ton on the floor. And if he is, let's say, like, I don't know, 5 GOAT Festival cards, could be worth it. Especially like for me, right? Right now my backup point guard is 100 overall SGA. If I could get Tyrese Haliburton for cheap, could be worth it. But again, you got to compare him to some other guys. The height is the big killer for Tyrese Haliburton. I don't think Swaggy P is going to be that much better, but let's take a look. The main thing here between Swaggy P, and I don't know his release yet, and Tyrese Haliburton is the fact that Nick Young is going to be 6'7". So that alone, that by itself, allows there to be a little difference between Swaggy P and Tyrese Haliburton. So let's take a look. Hotspots for everywhere. Ton of legend badges. Cam Thomas, Mathurin upper on very quick. Pro 2, a leaner. Garland with Francis, Steph escape, D-Fox moving crossover. Literally, basically, not exact, but basically, the exact same SIGs as Tyrese Haliburton, you just get 2 more inches. And so, for me, when I'm looking at this, I think Nick Young probably is one of your better point guards in the game. He's not going to be as good as LeBron James, but he's going to be one of your better point guards in the game. And so, again, depending on the price difference, all right, in the festival between Swaggy P and Tyrese Haliburton, really what we're going to have to look at. But I think Nick Young is really good. I wouldn't spend a crazy amount on him, though, because he's not, he's not game-breaking like maybe Shawn Bradley. So, get Adam Morrison up next, 6'8" shooting guard. A lot of, and I agree with this. Right now, I feel like the shooting guard position is the weakest position in the game. Because if you got Dr. J, you're probably running him at point guard. If you got a lot of these guys, like, I just feel like the shooting guard position, unless you got KD, it's just, and I'm not saying it's horrible, I just feel like it leaves something to be desired. And maybe you guys disagree with that, but I just think right now it does. So I'm hoping, I have high hopes for Adam Morrison, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan. Getting perfect stats, perfect badges. Steph base with the Sexton upper on very quick Pro 2 leaner, Garland, Francis, Steph escape, D-Fox. The thing for me is I like the Patty Sexton more than the Steph Sexton. That's just my personal opinion. A lot of people might like this release. If that's you, that's fine. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't necessarily think that Steph base is that good. I'm not saying it's horrible, but I just don't think it's that good. I think the Patty base is slightly better. I mean, Adam Morrison is still going to obviously be elite on this game. I can't sit up here and hate too much on him. I'm just saying that is definitely something to think about for the card, is the fact that, again, I do think the Patty base is going to be slightly better. Next up, Brian Scalabrine, only 6'9" at the 3. Patty Oscar on very quick, not really surprised. Pro 2 leaner, Garland with Francis, Steph escape, D-Fox moving crossover. Here's the thing for me with Scalabrine. He's only 6'9" at the 3. So when you've got Dirk, when you've got Giannis, when you've got all these guys, I think Scalabrini honestly is a letdown. And I'm going to even say this, even if you got 100 overall Lowry Markkanen, I'm not sure I wouldn't rather have him than Brian Scalabrine either. And it all comes down to height, right? He is 7 foot on the court compared to Scalabrini, who is tiny out there. So that's something that I obviously, again, I'm not hating on Scalabrini, but it's definitely something to at least think about. is the fact that, yeah, for Scal, he's fine, but obviously that height is going to be a problem. Only 6'9", you're going to be up against 7-foot guys left and right, and that is going to be a slight problem. Again, stat-wise, badge-wise, he's incredible. Sig-wise, incredible, but again, so far how I'd rank these cards, Nick Young's the best, Adam Morrison's the second best, I guess Scal's the third best, and Hal's the fourth best, but Scal, there's a big difference, big drop-off after Adam Morrison for sure. Last but certainly not least, Shawn Bradley. Now, I want to start off with this. Shawn Bradley is probably going to be way more expensive than any of the other GOAT Festival cards, as he should be, because he is, I got to be honest, way better than all of the other GOAT cards. Like, it's not even, I don't even think it's really remotely close. The difference between him and, like, a Nick Young is massive. 7'6", 7'5" wingspan, Claxton on very quick. I mean, I'm not hating on it. But I got to be honest, it's not as good as some of the other releases we've seen, right? The Patty Sexton is better than the, Claxton Waba base. Pro 2 leaner, gets Garland, gets Francis, Steph Escape, D-Fox, moving crossover. So no, I don't think the release is top tier. It's good, it's really good, but it's not like top tier. But he gets all of the best dribble sigs in the game. He is 7'6" with a 7'5" wingspan, and he is, he's perfect stat badge-wise. So, do I think he is incredible? I think he's good. I do. But I also want you guys to realize, like, I don't think he's perfect, right? Like, I do think Yao is going to be better than Shawn Bradley. I do think Invincible Wemby could even be better than Shawn Bradley. Again, I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't want you guys to think, okay, if you have to open up $500 worth of packs that Shawn Bradley's worth it. Because he's not. I got to be honest. He's not worth all that when you've got other cards in the game. Like, even a GOAT Kareem can go out there, if you've got him, and be nearly just as good as Shawn Bradley. So don't think you need this card. Obviously, does he make the best lineup in the game? Yes. But do I like him more than Yao? No. It really is that simple, that easy to understand. Shawn Bradley, probably a top 3 or 4 card in the game at minimum. But I'm just telling you guys, like, yes, he's really good, but I think he's going to be ridiculously expensive. So that's kind of what I'm basing all this on. If Shawn Bradley's not that much more expensive than the rest of them, he's by far and away the most worth it. If Swaggy P is relatively inexpensive, he'd be the next best. So again, how I'd rank these, Shawn Bradley's the best, Swaggy P's the second best, Adam Morrison's the third best, Scal's the fourth best, and Tyrese Haliburton is the fifth best. But honestly, again, there's a big drop-off between Shawn Bradley and Nick Young, and then Nick Young to Adam Morrison. There's a massive drop-off between those two kind of levels of this thing, or those three. There's a big difference between all three levels as I do go through this thing. So that's kind of my breakdown on all of these GOAT Festival players. We'll have to see, again, how expensive they are. To be honest, there's only one card that's better than Michael Beasley or Andre Kirilenko, and that's Shawn Bradley. So AK and B's were really good for their time, if I don't say so myself. So if you were able to secure either of them, grind for either of them, you got one or two really good cards in this game. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on these new GOAT Festival cards. Again, we'll have a video breaking down exactly what the GOAT Festival is and what's ultimately worth buying, right? If Shawn Bradley's 50 GOAT cards, I'm not going to sit up here in front of you guys and say he's worth it, because that is literally going to be over $1,000 in this game. So we'll just have to kind of see how that ultimately does work out. That is going to wrap it up for our video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.